This video is an introduction to working safely in a woodland setting. Group leaders should consider additional training for better working knowledge of trees and their potential risks. Assessing trees means balancing the benefits of the activity against the risks to the tree and the group. Assessors should consider the health of the tree as well as wider structural and environmental conditions on site. Before using any woodland, ask the landowner for a copy of their woodland management plan or any documentation around managing tree safety. It's not really possible to examine individual trees on a day-to-day basis, but there should definitely be a plan in place for managing trees based on the level of risk. One way of managing the area is to create zones according to the likelihood of risk. Zone 1 is any space where there is frequent access. These are the spaces that should be checked and risk assessed more often. Zone 2 is any space that is seldom used or accessed and therefore needs less intensive management. These zones should be clearly marked on a map. At the start of each session, walk through all the areas you'll be using and check for changes since your last visit. Is there anything different about the site? If there are new risks, adjust your plans accordingly. Here are some things to look out for. Look down for evidence of damage. Are any of the roots exposed? This creates trip and fall hazards, but compaction of soil can also lead to decline, dieback and root decay. Cracks in the soil around the root system may be due to roots decaying and the tree rocking in the wind. The vast majority of tree roots are found in the top 60 centimetres of soil. Prevent contaminating or compacting the topsoil, especially after very wet conditions when the ground may be fragile. This may mean redirecting access paths and relocating play equipment or activities. Check at eye level for low-hanging branches. When working with children, check their eye level as well. Look for obvious cracks, splits and damaged or hanging branches. Are there any obvious defects on branches and tree trunks? Are these becoming worse over time? Cracks can often appear after exposure to strong wind, especially in the forks of branches. Willow, poplar, horse chestnut, beech and ash are particularly prone to cracking. Look for signs that it may be dead or dying. Abnormal coloured leaves in the crown can be an indication of the tree having a weakened root system. Are there any trees leaning or hung up in other trees in your learning area? Be aware that both trees may pose a risk. We all get sick sometimes and trees are no different. There's no expectation for group leaders to be experts on tree diseases, but look out for obvious signs like curling or dead leaves, dead branches, dieback or sap oozing from the trunk. There are lots of identification materials available online when investigating potential pests and diseases. Please share any concerns with Tree Alert. Don't forget, ivy and other climbing plants can obscure defects. Ivy won't strangle a tree, but may add extra weight to a branch. Please remember this video is a rough guide to get you started. Contact an arborist for specialist support and advice on the health and well-being of your trees. A qualified tree surgeon should carry out any work required. Check out www.rfs.org.uk/FENE for more free resources and ideas.